Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So, today I thought I would take you through 10 of my 5-star predictions, which I would hope to get to in this next year. So this time next year I'm planning on rewatching this video and basically seeing out these 5-star predictions, if they are 5 stars or if I haven't read them at all, but we will see. But I have 10 books that I'm going to individually talk you through to see, to explain why I think they're going to be 5 stars. So number 1 is True Crime Story by Joseph Knox. I saw Meg from Meg with Book reads this not that long ago. Actually, probably was that time long ago. But I was very intrigued by the story, and I'm just really excited to read it. I also just think that it's right up my street. I do think it will be a 5-star for me personally, so I am quite excited. But I will read the synopsis for you. In the early hours of Saturday, 17th of December 2011, Zoe Nolan, a 19-year-old Manchester United. Let's start again. In the early hours of Saturday, 17th of December 2011, Zoe Nolan, a 19-year-old Manchester University student, walked out of a party alone, and she was never seen again. 7 years later, writer Evelyn Mitchell finds herself drawn into the mystery and begins piecing together what really happened back then. But where some versions of events make sense, others are probably inconsistent. One thing is for sure, Zoe isn't the woman she was pretending to be, and she may be missing, presumed dead, but her story is only just beginning. If you didn't know, I do love a true crime story, but just true crime in general. I don't know if this is based off of a true story or not, but who knows? I'll find out. But yeah, this is number 1. Number 2 is actually The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have never read Lord of the Rings, I have never read The Hobbit, but my cousin Lauren Tessa 12, you're welcome, is a huge fan, and we said at the beginning of the year we were going to read this together, and we still haven't, so I'm putting her to this, that I want to read this with her. But I do honestly think I am going to really enjoy it. Also, this edition is stunning. I got it from Waterstones, and I just love it, and I'm really excited to read it. Yeah, and I think it will be up my street, but it's a matter of me actually reading it to find out. But I do think I want to really enjoy this. It's actually not that big. How many pages is it? It's like about 300 pages, it's not that bad. So yeah, quite excited to read this one. I don't think I really need to read the synopsis. I feel like everyone knows what The Hobbit's about, so I'm not going to bother. So yeah, number 2. Number 3 is actually a re-release. So it was out, and this author took it back out, redid it, and she's put it back out again, and that is Too Late by Colleen Hoover. It is apparently a thriller, a bit like Verity. I loved Verity. I know some people don't, some people do. I gave Verity 5 stars. I was hooked. I absolutely loved it. And Too Late is apparently, what's the kind of word I'm thinking? Psychological thriller. So I'm really excited to see what happens with this. I'm really excited. Me and Lauren Tessa 12 again are going to be buddy reading this together, which is really exciting. I'm just excited. So the synopsis for this is Sloane will go through hell and back for those she loves, and she does every single day. Caught up with the alluring Asa Jackson, a notorious drug trafficker, Sloane has finally found a lifeline to cling to. Even if it meant compromising her morals, she was in dire straits trying to pay for her brother's care until she met Asa. But as Sloane becomes emotional and economically reliant on him, he in turn developed a disturbing obsession with her, one that becomes increasingly dangerous every day. When undercover DEA agent Carter enters the picture, Sloane's surprised to feel an immediate attraction between them, despite knowing that if Asa finds out, he will kill him. And Asa has always been a step ahead of everyone in life, including Sloane. No one has ever gotten in his way. No one. Except Carter. I love Colleen Hoover in general. I really enjoy her writing and her stories, but her thrillers are just second notch. Like, I love her. So, number 3. Number 4 is that's the first book, Muse of Nightmares by Lani Taylor. I am so excited to read this. I read Strange Dreamer last month in June, and fell in love. Also then read nothing the rest of that month because I was obsessed, and the ending of Stranger Dreamer was something else, so I'm really excited to get to this, and I just know it's going to be 5 stars, and I really want to get to it soon. We will see though, but I can't really tell you the synopsis of this due to it being the second book, but in Stranger Dreamer there is a guy called Strange who is a dreamer. He dreams magical dreams and basically gets put down every time he tries to do something, but ends up going along with this guy to a new place where there is like a tower, and in this tower they believe there is no one in there. However, they are wrong. There are people in there, and Strange begins to dream about one of the people that are in there because she has these moths that basically come out of her mouth and basically spy on the village below. It's amazing. If you haven't read it, read it because it is phenomenal. I loved it. So I'm really excited to read the next book because like I say, the ending was something else. The next book I'm really thinking will be 5 stars is Night Shadow by Sebastian de Castell. I read Traitor's Blade in 24 hours and I loved it, found it phenomenal. And so I'm really excited to continue with the series, and this is the next book in that series. And we follow, now I've got to make sure I get their names right, there's 3 guards and they all get set up to be seen as killers of the king that they are meant to look after and protect, and someone sets them up. And I tell you what, it is hilarious, it is great, it is bouncy. I could not fault it in the slightest. And so the whole series is actually called The Greycoats, and yeah, this is book 2. So I'm really excited to continue with this series. This book is quite chunky compared to the first one, but I don't think that makes any difference because I'll still fly through it. But yeah, that is book number 5. Book number 6 is The Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have read every book that is currently out to date from the Blood and Ash series, and I love From Blood and Ash. I'm obsessed. There's yet a book in that series I haven't enjoyed, so I'm really excited to continue with this, which is basically, it's still set in the From Blood and Ash world, years and years before, about different characters that have something to do with the characters in From Blood and Ash. I can't tell you because it would spoil it. But I can, however, read part of the synopsis for you. So, born surrounded in the veil of the primals, a maiden as the fates promised, Safina future has never been hers. Chosen by birth to uphold the desperate deal her ancestors struck to save her people, Zira must leave her life behind and offer herself to the primal of death as his consort. However, Syrah's real destiny is most closely guarded secret in all of Lasagna. She's not the well-protected maiden, but an assassin with one mission, one target. Make the primer of death fall in love, become his weakness, and then end him. If she fails, she dooms her kingdom to a slow demise at the hands of the rod. So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, this does link to the From Blood and Ash series. I believe they recommend reading From Blood and Ash the four books that are currently out from Blood and Ash first, and then going on to this. If they haven't recommended that, that's exactly what I'm doing, so I'll be awesome. So yeah, this is book number 6. The next book, which I'm sure you've all seen me talk about on here, that I want to read and I keep putting off, is City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I want to read this so bad, but I keep putting it off, and I don't know why, because I know as soon as I do read it, I will be obsessed. So it's just a matter of me starting it. So I will once again read the synopsis for those that do not know what this is about. In the markets of 18th century Carrion, thieves, tricksters, con artists, and outcasts eke out of living, swindling, riching nobles and foreign invaders alike. But alongside this new world, sorry, it's reminding me of Aladdin, the old stories linger. Tales of jinn and spirits, of cities hidden among the swirling sands of the desert, full of enchantment, desire, and riches, where magic pours down every street, hanging in the air like dust. Many wish their lives could be filled with wonder, but not Nahiri. Nahiri? I'm sorry if I butcher these names. I am shit. She knows the trade she uses to get by, just tricks and sleights of hand. There's nothing magical about her. She only wishes to one day leave Cario, but as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. I will read you one day, I promise. I promise. But book number 7. Now, book number 8 is actually The Taking of Annie Thorne by C.J. Tudor. So currently this is the only book by C.J. Tudor I haven't read. I have read every single other book she's brought out, and I'm pretty sure they've all been 5 stars. I love you, C.J. Tudor. You cannot write anything I won't enjoy. Also, how stunning is this paperback? Love it. So yeah, I just feel like it will be 5 stars because everything else she has ever written for me has been 5 stars, so I'm just really, really excited. So, synopsis time. Then, one night my little sister went missing. There were searches, appeals, everyone thought the worst, and then, miraculously, she came back. What is this? Don't know. She couldn't or wouldn't say what happened, but she wasn't the same afterwards. She wasn't my Annie. Sometimes my own little sister scared me to death. Now, the email arrives in my inbox. I know what happened to your sister, and it's happening again. You've got me sucked in already. I'm ready to read this. So yes, that is book number 8. Book number 9 is, if you know me at all, you know this is going to be on here somewhere. The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. I read the first 2 books in this series, loved it, 5 stars. Obviously. It's cute. It's about old people that are in a retirement home and trying to solve murders. What's not to love? So this is basically the 3rd installment in that series. I have had this as sad, which I'm not ready for, but I'm ready to read it. I'm quite excited for it. I'm not going to read the synopsis just in case it does obviously spoil anything from the previous 2 series, but 2 books, but it is as simple as there is a retirement home and there are 4 friends in this retirement home, and they go around solving old murders or new murders that were unsolved, and together that's literally what they do. But obviously you get to meet the characters along the way, and it's just the funnest, cutest, hilarious book series I've ever read. Richard Osman is phenomenal. And finally, The Empire of Ruin by Django Wexler. I have read the first 2 books in this series this year. Actually, for a matter of fact, in May I read them both because I loved it so much. But this basically follows a brother and a sister who are on either sides of the empire. So you have the sister who is working with the government basically, and the brother who is working against the government because he knows that the government took his sister. That's what he believes. His sister does have some powers. He doesn't, in a sense, but he has a group of friends, and basically they're trying to take down the empire while the sister is trying to protect it. And it is just about them and their story, and I have just fallen in love, and I just think it's amazing. And I gave the first 2 books 5 stars, and I do believe the 3rd and final installment will also be 5 stars. I am really excited to get into this soon, hopefully in the next couple of months, but who knows. But yeah, I'm just so excited to read all these books. So, hold fire. So, these are my 5-star predictions. There's 10. I'm hoping I'm going to do vlogs throughout the next year, possibly in 2s, maybe in 3s, of me reading all of these, and then I will do a reaction to this video of whether these were 5 stars or not. I really hope they all are, but we will see. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a book emoji in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Like, subscribe. We are on the way to 100 subs. We're on 81. I'm so excited. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks, bye.